Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Winter and I'm really glad to see you today. If you're new, consider hitting the subscription button, and if you have come back to see me, I'm really glad you're here as well. And everybody leave the video a thumbs up. So today I am going to be doing a little message about freedom. Do we want freedom from a whole bunch of issues in our lives? I don't think anybody would say no to that. So let's get started on this little message about freedom. I have my little handy dandy whiteboard here, and I've written down some things that you might have on your plate, and you are really wanting freedom from these things. So first is problems, worries, old emotional scars, feeling worthless, depression, anxiety, doubts, fears, indulgencies, i.e. addictions of all sorts, greed, lust, envy, the 7 deadly sins. So those are a few of the things that I came up with, or the Lord gave me, to talk about getting freedom from all of this. I want to read just a few Bible verses on freedom. This first one is in Luke chapter 4, starting at verse 18. The Ruach Adonai is on me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim release to the captives and recovery of sight to the blind, to set free the oppressed, and to proclaim the year of Adonai's favor. The next verse is in John chapter 8, verses 32 and 36. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Amen. Verse 36. So if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. The next verse is in 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 17. Now the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Ruach Adonai is, there is freedom. And lastly, I am going to read Galatians chapter 5, verse 1. For freedom Messiah set us free, so stand firm and do not be burdened by a yoke of slavery again. And then verse 13 in Galatians chapter 5. Brothers and sisters, you were called to freedom, only do not let your freedom become an opportunity for the flesh, but through love serve one another. So I'm just going to share a story. When I was in therapy, I had no idea that I had been abused sexually. No idea. And as my therapist dug deeper into my history, and I began to have memories and went through the process of healing from those memories at that time, I remember after I was all done with my therapy, sitting in my home and thinking, the truth really does set us free. Without even realizing or knowing it, I had been a prisoner to that abuse. Symptoms all over the place of that abuse. It was in my marriages, it was in the way I raised my children, it was just all over the place. And I had no clue that I was a slave to those emotions until I was set free. It was a very freeing feeling to find out the truth, because I was able to let go of all of the symptomology of the abuse. And then as I've grown in my relationship with the Lord, and I have given him things that he's asked me to let go of, there's freedom in every single one of the things that I've let go of. What happens is our flesh likes to hang on to things. Our flesh is very greedy. Our flesh wants what it wants when it wants it, and it wants it right now. That's slavery, folks. That is slavery. And when you have problems and worries and old emotional scars and feeling worthless, and you're depressed and you're anxious and you have doubts and you have fears, that's slavery to your flesh. And the only way that all of this can be taken off your plate is if you hand every single bit of it over to the Lord and let him deal with your problems. Let him deal with your worries. Let him deal and heal your old emotional scars and your feeling of worthlessness. Because when you have a relationship with the Lord, you're not worthless, and he lets you know that. He cures depression. He cures anxiety. He cures your doubts. He will take away your fears when you have a relationship with the Lord. Everything that we give to God and we lay it at His feet, we now have freedom in our spirit. There's nothing like that feeling of freedom. So I just wanted to share that with you today. I hope that it brought you some new insight about how to get rid of the problems and worries and things that you have going on in your life. To just give it to the Lord and let Him take care of it, and He will. You just have to trust in Him, and He will give you the freedom that you are really seeking in your life. So I appreciate you watching. I will see you next week. Have an awesome week, everybody. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new, I would really love to have you subscribe and share these videos out to others. It really helps the algorithm and bring more people in to watch. So thank you very much. I hope you have an awesome day and an awesome week.